Disney's Animal Kingdom may not be the theme park most people go to when they're trying to think of the best food in Disney World, but those people are making a big mistake. Hey everybody, it's Chris for AllEars TV and AllEars.net. Today we're talking about dining in the land of animals. That's right, we're debating the best and the worst restaurants in Animal Kingdom, and we got this info straight from you. We've got 2 restaurants rated either the best or the worst, but we're not going to tell you which is which until the end. Our first contender, Rainforest Cafe. We're starting with Rainforest Cafe, the chain restaurant located near the entrance to Animal Kingdom. You may have already dined at Rainforest Cafe at your local mall, and if so, you know they have a huge menu of mostly classic American eats for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. In Animal Kingdom, you can make reservations online or get on the walk-up wait list, which typically isn't super long. And then you dine in a rainforest setting with animal robots, with the occasional thunder and lightning.
I feel like when you're a kid, before you've ever eaten there, you're like, wow, that sounds like the coolest place ever to eat. Like, it's dark in there, there's a bunch of animals, there's a thunderstorm, it's got cool food and like the gift shop and all that kind of stuff. And then you actually eat there and you're like, oh, well, that was all right. And then, you know, you only need to eat there once and you're good. You don't need to go there again.
If you're going to Animal Kingdom and you specifically want to have a good, delicious meal, Rainforest Cafe maybe isn't the first thing that I would suggest. It's loud. I was like eating there, trying to have my food, and then all of a sudden it's like
Next up, Tusker House. This character dining spot can be found in Africa, and it has an all-you-care-to-enjoy menu featuring African-inspired eats for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Best of all, diners are visited by Mickey and friends dressed in safari outfits.
Tusker House. So what do I think about Tusker House? I actually really like it. It is on the pricier side for your family-style buffet options, but I also think it's a great experience with really good food compared to other character dinings.
By far, my favorite part of Tusker House is Mickey, Goofy, Donald, and Daisy in their safari outfits. I mean, Mickey looks like he just got off Kilimanjaro Safari. He's like, I'm leaving the lions behind, and I'm gonna serve you some beef. I mean, Mickey's got the leopard print kind of like bandana around a safari hat. Goofy's got like a weird square, like up flip a hat thing, which I don't quite understand that hat. It doesn't make sense. Hey, listen though, it's a fashion statement and he's working it.
You can probably find a local Rainforest Cafe in your area and also in Disney Springs, and it's basically the same thing you can get at any location. You're looking at an American-style menu with some tropical elements, and the breakfast menu is typical, like French toast and Belgian waffles. For lunch and dinner, you can get kid favorites like Jurassic chicken tidbits and Python pasta, and adults can go grab volcano Cobb salad, jungle steak and shrimp, and lava nachos.
the food at Rainforest Cafe is pretty basic. I think the main draw of Rainforest Cafe is the atmosphere. People who are committed to eating chicken tenders and fries, you will be A-okay going to the Rainforest Cafe.
As far as a redeemable part of Rainforest Cafe, it would be that it is a good place to go and distract children, because there is a lot to look at. So yeah, if you need a meal where just, you want to have a giant blue drink and your kids are distracted, Rainforest Cafe is the place to go.
Tusker House is unique to Animal Kingdom with American and African-inspired menu items, including favorites like safari bread and Mickey and Simba waffles for breakfast, which cost $42 per adult and $27 per child. For lunch or dinner, eat all the Moroccan spiced beef or the Berber marinated pork you want for $55 per adult and $36 per child. And while you eat, you'll be visited by Mickey and friends coming around in safari outfits. And Tusker House will officially transition back to a buffet on November 1st, 2022.
Personally, my favorite thing about the character dining in this option is their costumes. I love their costumes. It is one of my favorite things. It makes me want to go on an African trek. I think it is the perfect end to like an Animal Kingdom day. I just absolutely adore them. Minnie looks so cute and Mickey looks like he's ready for adventure. The uniqueness of the characters is what I think is the best part of it. You can see Mickey and Minnie in a lot of places and they have a lot of costumes, but to me these are just very fun, and I think they're also just very quintessentially Animal Kingdom, which is important when you're there.
You've got a little bit of the classic Disney World character dining buffet food, but it's also got a little bit of a step up because of all of the African inspired items. I really enjoy the green curry shrimp. The mac and cheese, oh my gosh. The mac and cheese is so good. And love the rice. And actually, really, I just go down the line and I get one of pretty much everything, like a little bit of everything on my plate because it's all so good.
We noticed that Rainforest Cafe is not a favorite of All Ears readers, although several people said it's a good place for kids. Reader I Love Vacations said, go here if you have kids in your party. While I think it's overpriced and the food is too heavy, the kids in our party from 3 years old to 15 years old loved it.
You see, I'm gonna put Rainforest Cafe in like the T-Rex at Disney Springs, same category, you know what I mean? Like, it's expensive. I'm pretty sure it has one of the most expensive burgers on Walt Disney World property, but the kids love the animatronics. They've got elephants, they've got monkeys, and they're moving, but they don't move all the time. It's not like a constant like I'm coming for you. It's like every once in a while you're like, you know, you're having a sip of your beverage, and then you look over and the monkey's like, and then you look away, and then you have another sip of your beverage, and now the monkey's like, it's just subtlety. I also love that every once in a while there'll be a real rainstorm. I mean, you'll hear the thunder. The animatronics will start to move a little more frequently. They're like, oh no, the thunder it's the rainforest. It's actually a rainforest. Run, kids, run. But leave your credit cards because it's expensive.
Also, Rainforest Cafe is just very loud. So it's most likely kids, and then you've got all the animatronics that are making noises right next to your dinner table. And then you've got the thunderstorm that happens, every 20 minutes, 22 minutes? So that can be loud. So if you are trying to find a nice, quiet spot to eat your dinner and relax, this is not the restaurant for you. Although I don't know why you thought it would be, because I feel like everybody has a general idea of what it's going to be like inside Rainforest Cafe, even if you've never been.
And when it comes to the Rainforest Cafe food, most of our readers use the word meh to describe it. Reader Dole Whips All Day said, while Rainforest Cafe is a fun experience, the food is just meh. You can get the same quality of food at any TGI Fridays. If you have super picky eaters, Rainforest Cafe would be a good choice since the food selection is pretty basic.
So, similar to the Cheesecake Factory, if you will, the menu is huge. You have a ton of different things to choose from, but it is kind of just pricey for what it is, which is kind of, I don't know if this is too harsh to say, Applebee's with animatronics.
It is not something that I would seek out per se, because there are so many other restaurant options in Animal Kingdom. I'm somebody who truly believes that you should eat somewhere that you cannot eat when you're on vacation at home. Does that make sense? I could have worded that better probably. But Rainforest Cafe wouldn't be a first choice for me in Animal Kingdom.
Meanwhile, our readers seem to enjoy several things about Tusker House. Reader Beach BB1 said, delicious variety of dishes to suit even the pickiest eater, all in an incredibly themed and immersive experience. Long been a family favorite with consistent quality and great service, the characters moving and engaging guests throughout the meals is a treasure. Love Tusker House.
My favorite thing about Tusker House probably has to be either, number one, the food. I keep showing my pen. Get rid of that. There was one time my family was on vacation. We had a Tusker House dining reservation. It was one of the later ones. It was the last thing we did at night. I don't even remember how late it was, but I remember we finished our meal. We had great character interactions, and then we were one of the last people in the whole park. So like we walked out of Tusker House and no one was there. So that's just an overall general dining tip. If you want to be the last ones in the park, if you want really good pictures in front of Cinderella's castle or whatever park you're in, book a late dining reservation, and then when you're done, you're the last ones in the park, and that's just a really fun feeling, walking out of the park being the last ones.
I also think that the characters here at Tusker House have just great interactions with people. I've had really wonderful interactions with characters here, some of my best. They really take their time, they hang out at your table with you, take some good pictures. They're very sweet, very nice. And I think that's special. I have definitely had character interactions where it was very much like a wave and I'm gone. That's happened to me at Be Our Guest on more than one occasion. So I can really appreciate when they actually slow down and say hello and take pictures and talk to you.
The All You Care to Enjoy menu is also mentioned as a positive. Reader Terry Yoder said, "We loved this restaurant. It was my husband's favorite place we ate the whole trip. We got lots of pictures with the characters and loved the fact it was all you care to enjoy."
Tusker House is ultimately a pretty good value because you are getting kind of more unique food. You're also getting a character meal. However, it is definitely a little bit pricey. So you want to keep that in mind when you are booking and choosing where to eat.
Or if you're still enjoying it, you can order more. That's how this works. I will say, I have ordered the bread so many times extra than I should have. I just kept ordering. The bread service is so good, but I was still enjoying it. So I ordered more.
Rainforest Cafe Pros. It's a big draw for kids with a huge menu with lots of options, and it's easy to get a reservation. The cons? This restaurant is loud. Rainforest Cafes exist all over, and it's pretty basic and pricey American food. The Tusker House Pros. All you care to enjoy food with characters in safari outfits and unique menu items. The cons? It's not for picky eaters. Plus, it's on the pricier side of Animal Kingdom dining. And don't be in a hurry. A meal can take a while.
My pick for the best place to eat in Animal Kingdom has to be Nomad Lounge, hands down. I was introduced to the Nomad Lounge a year or so ago when I went to Disney, and I've just completely fallen in love. For the worst restaurant in Animal Kingdom, I'm sorry, but it just has to be Rainforest Cafe.
My best restaurant, I'll kind of say Nomad Lounge, and I know that that's not a restaurant per se. It is a lounge, it's a walk-up. I adore it. I think it's really delicious. I would say Nomad Lounge, which is adjacent to Tiffin's. So you could say Tiffin's and Tusker House are two favorites for me. And then bottom, for me, I know, stereotypical, I'm sorry, Rainforest Cafe.
My best restaurant for Animal Kingdom is going to be Tusker House. I really enjoy the food. I enjoy the character interactions. They're in their cute safari outfits. The theming and decor of the restaurant just totally fits within Animal Kingdom. I think it's a great option. My worst restaurant in Animal Kingdom is actually going to be Pizza Safari. I would rank Pizza Safari as worse than Rainforest Cafe. I've been there once, I don't need to go there again. But if someone came to me and said, I want to go to Rainforest Cafe, I would say, okay, sure, we'll go.
To me, I think that the reviewers are onto something with the worst. I do think Rainforest Cafe is just not the most unique. If we're looking at quick service, Pizza Safari might make its way in there as well. But I do think that Tusker House definitely qualifies as one of the best. My personal pick would be Tiffin's. Nomad Lounge just cannot be beat.
I'm a big fan of the Nomad Lounge. That's where you'll find me. With I'll be in the Nomad Lounge with the tempting tigress. That's a whiskey-based cocktail. And the churros there, the gluten-free churros, which are so good. And also, if you look above you next time you're at Nomad Lounge, there are all these like little tickets. These like, it almost look like baggage tickets. A lot of them are notes from guests who have visited the Nomad Lounge, and you can request a note and you can sign something. Maybe first vacation with my best friend. I don't know. And then over time, once they have enough, they will go up there and they'll start, putting hanging them up. It's very cool. The worst restaurant at Animal Kingdom, and I'm gonna have to agree with this whole topic of conversation, is I think it is definitely Rainforest Cafe, and that is strictly because it does not feel quite like it belongs. I don't have a 6-year-old sister, but if I did, I would bring her there. She'd like it there because the elephants move subtly.
So let's reveal the best and the worst with a rating of 8.82 compared to 7.57. Tusker House was rated the best restaurant in Animal Kingdom, with Rainforest Cafe coming in as the worst. Of course, keep in mind, what's good for one person might not be good for you. That's why AllEars is the go-to website of Disney vacation planners for research and reviews to help you make the best decision for you. So how would you vote? Let us know in the comments. And go write a review at AllEars.net. This is Chris for AllEars.net. See you next time.